Welcome back to News Nation Now. Millions of Americans hitting the road this Labor Day weekend, capping off a summer of record-breaking travel. One bit of good news for those road warriors out there: gas prices falling to their lowest level in 3 years. This is welcome relief after a painful summer at the pump. And those taking to the skies for their holiday weekend travel may be facing some long delays as a line of severe storms are hitting the Northeast this weekend. It is impacting travel, barbecue plans for millions of Americans. News Nation's Caitlyn Becker has that report for us.
Mother Nature quite literally raining on everybody's Labor Day parade, at least if you're trying to celebrate in the eastern side of the U.S. Flash floods and high winds are putting a damper on party plans. Much of the mid-Atlantic, parts of the Midwest, New England, all the way down to the Carolinas are under the threat of severe weather. Rain expected to pour down across much of the U.S. with the potential for flash flooding in the south and central parts of the country. This is according to the National Weather Service. The rest of the United States not getting out of this holiday weekend unscathed either. The Northwest is bracing for scorching temps. We're looking at 10 to 20 degrees above average. So how will that impact travel? Well, heavy rain and high winds may cause delays for those taking to the skies. The FAA reporting average flight delays of around 15 minutes for airports across the U.S. If you're trying to make a flight this Labor Day weekend, you know the golden rule already: arrive early. Traffic also may be an issue getting to the airports. Gas prices are down this year, and this means a lot of people on the roads. There is a silver lining, though, for those hitting the road this weekend. Gas prices have dropped to their lowest levels in 3 years. According to AAA, gas is averaging $3.33 per gallon, a pretty significant dip from numbers we saw this time last year. And there are a couple reasons for that. Gas reserves are up, oil prices are weaker, and unlike in 2023 when we saw multiple refinery outages due to extreme heat, it's been a bit more mild this year, so there have been fewer of those outages. But before heading home this weekend, keep in mind there are some good times and some bad times to be on the road. Traffic is lightest very early or very late, and yes, I know those are the least convenient times to drive. And looking ahead, people can expect these lower gas prices to continue into the fall because demand decreases after the summer, and the Labor Day holiday pretty much means road trip season is over. Back to you.
All right, News Nation's Caitlyn Becker, thank you for that report. I want to bring in Senior Manager of Public Affairs at AAA, Robert Sinclair. Robert, thank you for joining us this morning. Gas prices this weekend are on track, as Caitlyn was noting there, to reach record levels that we've seen in 3 years. How is that impacting travelers on the road? Are there really more people out there?
It certainly helps. Drivers are very sensitive to gasoline prices. When the price goes down, it motivates more people to drive. At $3.33 a gallon, though, there is still a significant portion of drivers that aren't happy. We did a couple of surveys in the last few years where 40% of drivers said $3 a gallon was the pain point for the price of gasoline, that they'd have to cut back in some other part of the family budget in order to afford gasoline at $3. They'd have to not eat out or put off making a major purchase like a big appliance. So while it's good, it could be a lot better, and it'll probably get better. There was a report this week that says that 8 OPEC plus nations will start producing more oil, an extra 180,000 barrels per day beginning in October. That's 1.44 million barrels extra on the market every day. That should help to bring down prices.
So you're saying there's hope?
There's hope.
I know that AAA has reported to us and many out there that domestic travel, that is up around 9% this year compared to last year for Labor Day weekend. With the storms that we were just talking about on the radar for many parts of the U.S., how can travelers stay safe? Not only on the skies, obviously, and worried about delays, but on the roads during these storms and this excess travel.
Well, that weather hitting the Northeast is very problematic. Probably 75% of all air traffic control problems emanate from the New York region. We've got 5 major airports, and the hub and spoke system is such that when New York sneezes, the rest of the country catches a cold. So keep your eye on the weather, have the airlines app on your phone so they can deal with that situation. If you're driving, we're anticipating rescuing more than 300,000 broken down drivers this weekend. And flat tires, dead batteries, and folks locking themselves out of their vehicles are the biggest problems. Being broken down certainly is inconvenient, but it can be very dangerous as well. Many roads, especially in the East Coast, predate modern transportation engineering, so there's no breakdown lane. So if you break down in the road, or even if there is a breakdown lane, you're by the side of the road, trucks, buses, cars whizzing by, it can be a very dangerous situation. So give some attention to tires, tire pressure, batteries, have them tested before you hit the road so you don't wind up by the side of the road.
Thanks so much for watching. Go to joinnn.com to find News Nation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of News Nation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.